Hey everyone, it's Chris here from Everyday Survival Gear, and today I'll bring you the Jetbeam JET review. Basically a very small, tiny, light, compact AAA flashlight. Let's get this review started. Alright guys, basically I'm going to try and wrap this review... no, I already ruined it. There, take two. I'm going to try and wrap this review up as quick as I can. A few people don't like the videos dragging on. That is my style, but you know, I don't know. We always have to change to what other people like. So basically, I'm just going to show you first what you get in the package. You get the Jetbeam pack. My one's already pretty dusty. If you guys want to watch the written review or look at the written review, I've got it up on Budget Light Forum. It's already been up for over 3 weeks. I'll leave the link in the description. Obviously, you get the flashlight in there. The clip already comes on the light itself. The lanyard comes in the package. You gotta install that yourself. You get a certificate of approval. Jetbeam approves of you having this light. Basically, it just says that it passed quality inspection. You get a spare little tiny O-ring. It's pretty cute. And you get the instruction manual, operation manual. Just to size it up, I'll show you the light itself is very, very tiny. You can see it there compared to my hand. I will put this in the micro light category. There are smaller lights, but like this is still pretty micro. It runs on one AAA battery for a total output of 135 lumens. So you can say it is pretty micro. Alright guys, basically I'll just run through the specs as quick as I can. 3 brightness levels with a max output of 135 lumens. So basically you got high mode, should be on high mode now. Then you got low mode, medium mode. It does have a memory, but the memory, of course, you know, you got to leave it off for a set amount of time before you turn it back on. So like right now it's on medium, and I'll flip it to high, so you'll see it's on high. But then if I turn it off and then I switch it back on, obviously it's going to go to low mode. But if I go... So that's high mode again, and I'll switch it the whole way off. I'll leave it for a second, I'll turn it back on, and it's on high mode. So it does have a memory mode, but because it's a twisty, some people might find it like a bit confusing, I guess. Because people were saying, oh, it doesn't have memory, it does have memory. It definitely does have a memory mode, so keep that in mind. It just depends how fast you're going to be flicking through the modes or turning it on and off. Max beam distance up to 46 meters. So it's rated at 515 CD. Like, you will get 46 meters, but it's going to be very, very diffused. So basically, it's a pretty much close-up light. 135 lumens is on pretty much the high side for a single AAA battery light, but still, you're not going to get the best throw. Efficient power management circuit and a max runtime of 35 hours. So that's pretty much on the 1.5 lumen mode, you're going to get 35 hours. Waterproof rating to 2 meters and 1 meter drop resistant. Just be careful guys when you drop these lights, because they're running on alkaline cell style batteries, NIMs or alkalines. Basically it's got a boost converter in there because the LED needs 3 volts, so it's got to drive it, and when it does that you need a transformer inside there, and the transformer is a little bit bigger and heavier than what normal circuitries would have. What normal drivers would have. So it's a little bit heavier, so when you drop it, the solder might kind of break off. So just be careful with these lights. Even though they are rated to 1 meter, like just be a bit cautious. Basically, the light uses a Cree XPG2. It's a pretty white tint. Wouldn't say the whitest, but it is getting up there. About 6500K. The lens. Now the lens is what's very different about this light. If you ever look at that, you're going to say, why is it all frosty and why does it look funny? Well, basically it doesn't use a lens and a reflector as such, it uses optics. Now I've never actually owned a light with optics on it before until this light. Well, that's a lie, because technically speaking a Zoomy is optics because it's got like a magnifier thing on the front. But this is like proper style optics. If you were to build your own triple or quad, you'll be using optics like this, only a little bit bigger. You could probably, that's probably the most common build, XPG2 with triple or quad emitters actually. So what they done was they probably just took a triple or a quad and downsized it to this. Aircraft grade aluminium alloy, that's about standard. Military type 3 hard anodizing. It is pretty tough. I have just dropped it just now when I was doing the review. When I started, I dropped it on the floor, landed here, didn't even get a scuff. So Jetbeam's coatings are usually pretty good. It is like a pretty nice color. It does look like pretty sweet. It is pretty much a small version of the Jet MK 2, but like it doesn't, to me, it doesn't look quite as nice, but it is pretty much a smaller version. One AAA battery, length is 70 centimeters, 7 centimeters, by the head diameter is 14.8 centimeters, tail diameter is 14.2 across, weight is 13.2 grams without battery. So it's pretty light, compact and small, as I've already said. Now let's talk about batteries. Jetbeam recommends you to run it on an IM. Basically that's what I've got in there now. I don't even know what cell it is. It's stuck. It's a bit tight fitting. Any loop. The new ones, they're Panasonic, they're made in China. You can use alkaline battery, and it says non-rechargeable battery lithium, which is 1.5 volts. I've never seen a lithium that's 1.5 volts for the non-rechargeable AAAs even. I thought that even those primary lithiums were still going to be 3 volts, the same as the CR123As. I'm not sure, maybe because we don't get that many here in Australia, maybe I'm wrong. That's pretty much it. So how do you use the light? First you put the battery in, and you stop me from talking. So twist to activate. 3 modes, as I've already said: high, medium, low. High mode 135, low mode 1.5, and then medium mode is 25 lumens. Oh, that was a cold breeze. So that's 25 lumens there. 135 lumens. So let me just leave that on there for a second. When you first get this, I don't know what's in the head, but it's kind of hard to turn on. I had to change a different couple of batteries. Maybe I could have missed something that was in there. I'm not sure. Hopefully you guys can see in there. Probably can't. You can see the spring. Spring's pretty massive. Threads are pretty good. They're a little bit thin, but just make sure that you keep them lubed, because you got to twist the head to turn on and off. They are going to get quite a bit of wear and tear, and because there's no bottom part to unscrew, yeah, the head's going to get quite a bit of wear and tear. Alright guys, now this video is taking already longer than what I wanted. Friggin' hell. Basically, I have used it with a lithium SoShine 3.7 volts, and it does increase the output substantially by a lot, but I don't recommend it. But before we go outside, I'll go outside in about a minute. Well, technically I'm already outside, but I'll take the light outside when it's dark. I'll show you the lithium, and also I might just compare it to a couple of other lights quickly so you guys can see. Alright guys, it's getting dark and I had to turn on the SolarStorm X6 to give us a bit of extra light, unless I run the extension cord outside, which will take even longer. Basically, SoShine 10440, let's turn it on. That's max mode there, low mode, medium mode, and then high mode. Basically, I really like these style lights because they're great EDCs. Basically because not only is it small, and its output is super high also, even for a single AAA. Like 135 lumens is massive. The twist to turn on function. Basically, when you got it in your pocket, look, even if you rub it around, like I'm moving it pretty hard there, it's not actually turning on. So basically, you're not going to have any buttons that push inside your pocket or inside your bag, wherever you leave the light, that's going to waste the battery. The optics also make the beam pattern pretty cool looking. As you can see, it's super bright now. That's pretty much it. And if you compare it to other lights, you can see how much smaller that it is. I absolutely adore the Lumitop tool. I love the color of it and stuff. Not only the color, I mean the shape, everything about it. It's just like a really nice looking light. Okay, so here's the big brother, the Jet MK2. You can see how much smaller the Jet U is. And then even compared to all these other lights, you can see how much smaller that it is. Output is actually more than all these other lights. The lumen talk tool is getting pretty close at 110 lumens, my version, but the 135 is still 25 extra. I'm actually running lithium inside this now constantly. I don't recommend it, guys, please. I don't want your light to blow up and it's my fault. But if you want to risk it, then risk it. But it does give you like twice the output. But I measured the tail cap current with this. With NIM, it was 1.4 amps, and with 10440, it was still 1.4 amps. But you're doubling the voltage, so basically you're doubling the power. So you're getting about almost close to 300 lumens, 280 lumens or something. So yeah, basically I hope I remembered everything because I kind of rushed this, and we'll take it outside now. I'll compare it to, I'll just compare it to all of these actually, and I'll run these two with the lithiums. Alright guys, basically my tripod's broken, so I'll be doing the tripoding for today. So that means I'm not going to be comparing it to 100 different lights because I can't hold it and I got to use my phone. I came out here with the digital camera that I recorded the other half of the video with, and it's absolutely fucking shit. Like everything just looks black and white. And in all fairness, I should be using this camera again anyway because all my night photos are taken with this, so it'd be kind of stupid not to. So yeah, this is the Jetbeam JET on high mode, lighting up my backyard pretty damn decently, as you can see. Look at how wide the beam pattern is. I'll try not to move my other hand at the same time. Oh, freak, I can't do. What the hell's wrong with me? I can't move both. Moving both at the same time always. And you can see it does do a fairly decent job of lighting up the backyard. That's high mode, so that's 135 lumens. Now I'll switch it to low mode. Obviously you're not going to be able to see it because it's 1.5 lumens. It's a true moonlight mode, I guess. Well, the moonlight mode is probably 0.5 or 1 lumen. I'm just going to walk down here. That's the keg. The keg's empty, if you've been wondering. I did light a fire the other night. Medium mode, which I believe to be 25 lumens. I'm now closer to the fence too. Let's have a look over there. That's about 7 meters away. I'm surprised I'm not shivering yet. It's like 7 degrees Celsius here. So medium mode kind of lights up to the fence about 10 meters away, not the best. And once again 135 lumens to high mode. I feel like they probably could have added in like one more mode on this light and made maybe like a moonlight, then the low 25 and medium maybe 70 and then 135, because the mid to 25 to 135 is too much of a jump, but then 25 isn't totally that useful unless it's up close. So this is the 135 lumens. Hopefully it's at 135 and not 125. So you can see for such a small light it does a great job of lighting everything up. I'll go back and I'll get my other lights. I'm going to put a 10440 in here now. I just sharpened that knife and I cut my hand. I'm going to put a 10440 in the Jetbeam JET and I'll show you how it runs then. Alright guys, just a quick disclaimer. Don't put a 10440 into Jetbeam JET. If it breaks, it's not my freaking fault. If you want to do it, risk it, but just be careful. It does get hot. I don't want you commenting, I blew on my light because I put it in there. Like, as you can see, it is working. It's not even that hot and I've been blubbering on for 25 seconds. But just be careful. You probably will blob the light quicker, but like, for the output, you know what I mean? Like, if you're building custom lights, then you're adding like crazy amounts of amps, you know that that light isn't going to last as long as if it's driven at 3 amps like what Cree wants. So basically you're pretty much doing the same thing here. Alright, that was high mode, unknown lumens. No, get into low mode. You can see low mode is still pretty bright. That's the keg there. I don't know if I can see a PWM or not. Is that PWM? No, I don't think so. Might be if I shine here. No, it's fine. Media mode. I don't know if my camera is just flickering for some reason or if it does have PWM. With the NIM it doesn't, but I'm just checking with the 10440, guys. Usually my reviews wouldn't be like a crazy man, but because I got a holder and no tripod, it's gonna be a tiny bit crazy. And then high mode, so you can see freaking bright as. I actually took out the lumen top tool to compare to this, but I really don't know how I'm gonna hold both of these, and I've got to go inside my shed and get my NIM out. So let's go for a quick walk. I'm trying to hold the camera. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. Oh, no, I did. Sweet. Lucky I keep some spare. What do I keep here? Spare NIMs, AAA NIMs for my radio that I use when I'm soldering. That's my solder. I'll take out these two, Hugsby XP1 and 45PF03, and I'll change all these batteries around and let's just give it a go. All of these are standard AAA NIMs. Alright guys, don't laugh, but because no tripod mount for my camera, one light's gonna go in my mouth. It's not the first long thing I've had in my mouth, I guess, eh? Da da da. Where's my drum roll? So that'll shut me up for a couple of minutes. So enjoy the light. Before I put this in my mouth, lumen top tool AAA will be to the left, and Jetbeam JET to the right. Okay, so that's the Jetbeam to the right, and this is the lumen top tool to the left. Madman YouTube reviews. Alright, I took it out of my mouth. Is that even on? Yeah. So you can definitely see my lumen top tools are one that's rated to 110 lumens. So you can definitely see that the Jetbeam JET is still brighter. Where the fuck am I holding it? What the fuck's wrong with me? Okay, hands now. Okay, that's the lumen top to the left, Jetbeam to the right. I might just go grab the Hugsby PF03. What am I saying? Hugsby XP1 and put that on. So Hugsby XP1 to the left, Jetbeam to the right. Sorry guys, usually there wouldn't be this shaking, but the tripod mount broken. I know who broke it, they won't admit to it. You can see the Hugsby is a bit more throwy than the Jetbeam. That would be the Jetbeam optics. Actually, let me put the Jetbeam. That's the Jetbeam by itself there. And then I'll put that away. I'll turn that off. And this is how the Hugsby lights up the backyard. So you can see the Jetbeam is a lot brighter. Alright guys, 4Fire PF03 to the left, and Jetbeam JET to the right. You can see the Jetbeam is still definitely brighter. Okay, so I'll shine this here. That's the Jetbeam one. So have a look at that. That's the Jetbeam there. And then I will put the 4Fire PF03 on. So basically guys, this was my dodged up version of the review of the Jetbeam JET. Sorry about this no tripod part, but I don't have the attachment. It would have taken another couple of weeks to get here. Anyway, if you hate me because I had to hold the camera with my hands, thumbs down. If you don't mind the video, thumbs up. As always, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.